Being an artistic person, I realized that some of those things I did or skill sets I picked up along the way, I realized something about all of them. There was always this unique pattern. And this is my own personal observation about them. And I recall when I started to learn how to draw. And the first couple of I think over a year, I spent over a year learning how to draw. But the first 6 months were tough. But it got to a point where I now realized my wrists became so flexible. I could draw certain types of curves that were hard at first. I could make some elegant curves. My wrist became more flexible. And it hit me that if you stay long enough in anything, forget whatever people will say, you have to, if you are putting in mediocre, because I've heard stuff like you are putting in mediocre results, mediocre effort, you get mediocre results and all that. Let's leave that aside. Once you are consistent, you are putting in the effort, you are doing something. Internally, you would upgrade your SP. There will be a change. You will never remain the same. You will never remain the same. And the more you stay consistent, there is an exponential rise in your skill set. You start to pick up XPs. You upgrade your XP. You start to pick up certain experience points. You start picking it up. As you are picking it up, you realized when you look back, you now realize, wow, I've come so far. I'm not the way I used to be when I used to hold my pencil and I want to draw. I'm not like that anymore. And there's a point you will get to. You don't need to work hard anymore, but you work smart. There's a level you will get to when it comes to your XP rank. You would stop working hard anymore. And that is the power of consistency. Let's say you are doing it, for people who will say if you are doing things mediocre, you get mediocre results. Let's say you are doing things mediocre. Yes, you are doing things mediocre. At the end of the day, you will never remain the same. You will never be at your original state. You will transform to something entirely different. And the longer you stay, you would be exceptional. That's why you will hear, like when I was doing music, I was a producer, of which I still see myself that way. I realized that there was this term that usually fly around: 10,000 hours of work, you become like a pro. When you put in 10,000 hours of work, you become a pro. You stop becoming an amateur. And it's somehow true, because imagine if you are playing the keyboard, you give it 10 hours. Sorry, 10,000 hours, not 10 hours. Give it 10,000 hours. Let's say in the span of 5 years, 10 years, 10,000 hours. You will never remain the same. You will not be like that first day you try to play the keyboard. You will never be like that person. You will never. Even though, let's say you don't read musical notes, you don't read those scripts, but you spend 10,000 hours playing the keyboard. Ah, there is a possibility that you will start playing by ear. You will play music by ear, just listening, just hearing a sound, and you will be able to play it. There is a heavy possibility, because I got to that point when I was doing music production where I could, once I know the sound in my head, once I hear it in my head, I would type it on the piano roll. On the door, I was using a door. I was using a software at the time, FL Studio. For those who are into music production, they will know what I'm saying. FL Studio. It was very easy, very fast. I could translate what is in my head on the piano roll. And that's why you have to stay long enough. You have to stay long enough to transform. Once you don't quit, you are no longer like a starter. You are no longer like a starter. You have taken a different form. You are no more in the amateur territory anymore. You are no longer in that territory. That's why you don't have to quit. Because I'm looking at a lot of things, and I'm telling myself daily, if I can be consistent till whenever God says, "Come, my son," and I'm consistent, I will never remain the same. I will never remain the same. From the day I start till the day I stop, I will never remain the same. Whatever skill set it is, you will never remain the same. And this is an honest review about what really happens and what really goes on inside of you. That internal working that most people, the world will not see it, but you will see it, and you will feel it, and you will know that you have gotten to that level. But people would experience it only on display. But when that internal working began, people, nobody had an idea that there was a formation already in place. I recall there was a time making videos like this. I just press record and just yap. And all of a sudden I realized I have to look at the camera to be able to express myself. And the first 3 to 4 days, just trying to look into the camera and feel comfortable, it was crazy. I don't know, maybe some of my videos you will notice that there is something weird. But before then, I would just without looking at the camera and just speak. That was a level. That was me gaining a level, an XP boost just for starting. That was me trying to have confidence, speaking on camera. Then the next level was looking into the camera itself and saying my views without my mind going haywire. Because at some point my mind was going haywire. But after a couple days, I could look, focus, and say what I want to say. And why would I get to such level if I don't stay consistent? If I don't stay consistent, how would I get to such level if I don't stay consistent? How will I get to such level? That's why you don't have to quit. It's not necessary for you to quit. It's not necessary. Because when you are consistent, there will be a leveling up. There will be an upgrade in your XP. It's for real. That's what happens when you don't quit. That's what really happens. And I'm glad to share it to you guys. And tell you, because I know some of you must have experienced what I'm saying. It's probably very relatable to a lot of you, and some people is still new to you. There are a lot of things that you will gain along the way, as long as you don't quit, as long as you don't, and you stay consistent. You stay consistent. And let me tell you something, there are a lot of factors when it comes to this person is putting in good content, better content. We are all from different backgrounds. I don't expect someone who is in the slums to have the best quality of videos compared to me. I don't. But you see someone in the slums who would put out content that is potent and powerful and has a message, and the video might not, let me say the graphics and whatever might not be as you might assume it to be. It might not be up to your standard, and that is reality for you. That is reality for you. And some people might say it's mediocre because the quality is not up there. The main thing at the end of the day is impact, communication. Can you hear me? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And can you apply it? Impact. No matter how raw or unprofessional the video is, was it impactful? That is why, for you to get to that point where you start making impact, you have to be consistent as well. Because some of us, we need to put in a lot of reps. That's why a lot of people just quit immediately, because they can't stand the reps. They can't stand it. You know where you're coming from. You're not coming from where it's all glamorous, where it's 5-star, where it's easy. You know, for you have to put in the reps. You're not coming from a country where they speak fluent English. English is their mother tongue, is everything, is their life, is their lingua. It's like a second language. You have to put in the reps compared to someone who is speaking fluently. You have to put in the reps. Put in the reps more, because you know where you're coming from. And as long as you stay that consistent, as long as you don't quit, hey, as long as you don't quit, that opportunity will come. That day of impact will come. It's very close. But you don't know when. I don't know when. That's the reality. So guys, I hope this video inspires you not to quit. Just do what you have to do and keep putting in the reps. It's all about reps. For me personally, it's all about reps. Building muscle, it's all about reps. You have to put in the reps if you want to see muscle. And so is life when it comes to the way I see it. You have to put in the reps consistently. So that's it, guys. Have a great day and stay blessed. We'll see you in the next video, and thank you so much for your time. Bye, guys.